It's unbelievable to me, man. It really is. And I know I say it quite often, but even after all this time, I just genuinely don't believe that this is the same company on Wednesdays, that this is the same company that operates on Mondays and Tuesdays. If any of you guys watched NXT tonight, what did they do differently? What did they do differently compared to Monday and Tuesday? The answer is quite simple. The answer is quite simple. They did nothing. They did nothing. Nothing on this show broke any ground. Nothing on this show was done out of the ordinary. They didn't pull any first-time evers. They did nothing on tonight's show. But the difference when NXT does nothing and Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live do nothing is the fact that when NXT does nothing, their nothing is impactful. While Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live makes us all want to line up a shot of bleach. NXT right now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's the best it's ever been, but my God, man. They know what they are doing. Simple is best. You don't need to overwhelm the audience. You don't need to go above and beyond to deliver quality storylines and make them convoluted. And everything that NXT is doing going towards Philadelphia, and I don't use this word a lot, it is brilliant. NXT is booked exactly how I would book a show. By having one direction, sticking to it, having plans, lining yourself up week after week after week after week. Instead of going into these shows booking hour by hour, like Monday Night Raw. What they did tonight was as simple could be, and it was brilliant. NXT TakeOver Philadelphia and the build got underway tonight, and they did an absolutely fantastic job at getting everybody lined up where they needed to be, getting you, the fans, excited, and you know, just based on what you've seen tonight, that they are going to deliver a grade A quality show in Philadelphia. I am happy to see NXT on the road. I wish that they were on the road a little bit more often. This crowd was leagues better than what we see at Full Sail University. Full Sail, for a new set of taping, usually is hot the first two shows. After that, they're dead. Because nobody wants to sit there and watch 4 hours of TV tapings that's going to air throughout the month. Nobody wants to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm glad that they're on the road. I enjoy the different look with the set and the ring and the crowd and where the announcers are positioned. I enjoy them being on the road. It gives the fans who are not usually seeing NXT week after week after week in the same building, you know, they're a little bit more energized because they don't get to see the product all that often. And Atlanta brought it tonight, man. They were a very good crowd. They were loud. They popped for literally everything. They were invested in the entire hour. And hopefully that remains for the rest of these TV tapings as we head into the Royal Rumble weekend. I enjoyed the commentary on tonight's show, and it's actually about time that WWE told Percy Watson to dress just like Morrow and Nigel McGuinness. Percy Watson was legitimately, finally, wearing a suit and tie. He was wearing a full-blown suit instead of looking like he's going to the club with the Street Profits. Nice little change of character. He still sucks. I can do a better job than him. I think any one of us can do a better job than Percy Watson, but he actually looked the part tonight. So that was commendable. And the show just had great direction through and through, man. Like I said, they didn't do anything out of the ordinary. NXT didn't break any ground tonight, but it laid the foundation for what's to come, and it got you excited. That's all I ask for out of a wrestling show. Don't insult my intelligence, and everything that I see on television, I want it to make sense. That's exactly what they did tonight, man. This is your NXT review. It is, what is today's date? The 10th? January 10th, 2018. I am, of course, JD. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We are doing very well with the subscriber count. Thank you guys so much for all that, all you newbies. We are headed towards 87,000 subscribers. I'd love to hit 87,000 within the next 3 weeks, right before the Royal Rumble. That would be a nice little early birthday gift. It'll probably be the only birthday gift that I get this year. I want to thank everybody for showing up for the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live reviews. Now, YouTube did put out a tweet, which surprised the shit out of me. They did put out a tweet that yesterday's videos did not get pushed to sub boxes. And I was wondering what was going on because SmackDown's views when I woke up this morning weren't where they should be. And the likes weren't where they should be. So, if you guys missed SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw review, both of those reviews are live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check them out. They will be within this video in the top right corner of the screen. So, if you guys want extra content from me, it is there on the channel right now. If you guys missed Off the Script this past weekend, episode 203, that is live on the channel right now as well as my new Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 12 full show review. I go over everything, over an hour in-depth coverage of Wrestle Kingdom 12. So that is all there for your viewing pleasure. Thank you to everybody for supporting Harry's, the newest sponsor of the podcast throughout the month of January. We are doing very well with that. You guys are showing support. I'll be obviously showing you guys the product on Friday's episode of Off the Script. So make sure you guys check out that, man. Harrys.com/script. They are sponsoring the podcast all month, and they are giving you a free shave kit just for listening to the show, man. So if you guys want to get something for free, all you got to do is go to harrys.com/script. They're going to give you a $13 value. They're going to give you a razor handle. They're going to give you shaving cream and a razor blade protection case. All you have to do is pay shipping and handling, which is like $2 or $3. You're going to get all of this just for listening to the show, and it's a great way to support the podcast, man. I know shaving is a pain in the ass. If you guys go watch my SmackDown review and look at me there compared to what I look like here, this is all Harry's razors, man. I did this morning, so it is the best razor that I have ever used. I've been using them for 4 months. I do not ever put my name to anything I do not use or believe in. And if you guys need something that's going to make you feel good and look good, there's no better razor right now than Harry's razors, man. So I'm glad to have them on board. Harrys.com/script. And I guarantee you, once you start using Harry's, you're going to go to the website, you're going to look at all the other products that they got, and you're going to buy the entire line of shit, man, because it makes you feel good. So check that stuff out. I greatly appreciate all the support on Harry's. Audible is still with us as well. All new listeners, and I have a bunch of new listeners, man. So if you're listening and you're new, listen up. Audible is going to give you 30 days free. That's 1 month free of their service. You get to navigate Audible all you want. On top of that, you're going to get one free audiobook of your choice. Everybody's listening to podcasts and audiobooks nowadays. So if you guys want to get a free audiobook just for listening to the show, all you have to do is go to audibletrial.com/offthescript. Sign up, enter your information, absolutely free. You guys can even cancel within the 30 days. If you don't want to stay on, if you think Audible's not for you, you get to cancel and keep your audiobook for free. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Get your t-shirts as well. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. So thank you guys so much for all of that. Let's get into NXT tonight from Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. My brother is moving to Atlanta this weekend. He is moving down to Atlanta. He is going to be working at Emory College, and he is no longer going to be in the city. God bless him. Getting out of the city is, I think, a dream of everybody right now because it's fucking cold, A. The people in this city suck dick. And, I mean, who the fuck wants to live in the Bronx anymore? There's nothing for anybody here. It's a dead city. So good for him, man. But I told him when WrestleMania comes to Atlanta, you better give me a fucking room, bro. You know? At least I don't have to pay for a Airbnb. But they were from Center Stage in Atlanta. This is the former home of some early not ECW. ECW was mentioned on this show. WCW tapings. And they will be there for the next couple of weeks as we get into the Royal Rumble. Shayna BASZLER, the Queen of Spades, made her in-ring debut since the Mae Young Classic. And she opened up the show against Dakota Kai. Now, I think Shayna BASZLER is going to be one of those things that's going to be built up. And we're all going to want to see more Shayna BASZLER at the end of this thing, man. They did well by her tonight. Dakota Kai was one of my favorites coming out of the Mae Young Classic. I was very high on her amongst others in that tournament. I was high on Toni Storm, as you guys know. I was high on Bianca Belair. I was high on Tessa Blanchard, Candice LeRae, Piper Niven. I was high on a bunch of women. Santana Garrett, you know. Dakota Kai was one of them. And Dakota Kai reminded me a lot of what Bayley should be. Bayley's just boring. Dakota Kai is a little bit more bubbly. I think Dakota Kai is actually a little bit more attractive than Bayley as well, if you ask me. But she went one-on-one against Shayna BASZLER tonight, and Shayna came out to the galloping charge of a group of horses. I don't know what the hell was going on, but all of a sudden then the music kicked in and Shayna BASZLER came out. That looked to be the groundwork for a Four Horsewoman feud eventually. I don't know why they would add that to the theme song if Ronda Rousey is not coming into the WWE, you know. There was a video package beforehand that she filmed from her cell phone or whatever she was doing. She was vlogging, I guess. There was a video shown that she was behind the camera of her at the Performance Center, and two trainees were in the ring. And an instructor was in the ring with them, going over a rear naked choke or a headlock. And then Shayna BASZLER was like, Kelly, let me get in the ring and show them how it's done. So the trainees were like, okay. So Shayna BASZLER gets in the ring and she chokes this trainee out. She locks the fucking legs around the body. She starts choking this trainee out. So the trainee started tapping. She didn't let go of the hold. You know, there was oohs and ahs and shock and awe why she would do this to the trainees. I laughed my ass off at that. I thought that was fantastic. So Shayna's in the ring with Dakota Kai. Chance of Shayna's going to kill you with the Atlanta crowd. They picked up on that quickly. This one was stopped via referee stoppage. There were some stiff kicks and stomps to the hand. Dakota Kai had her arm worked on for most of the match. Shayna BASZLER is going to get over by her submission techniques. She's not going to do anything else fancy in the ring. She's not going to be flying all over the place. She's not going to pull out, wrestling moves that we're apt to seeing in the ring. Shayna's going to get over based on her submission specialty. I hope that she really isn't as green as she was in the Mae Young Classic, and I hope that she develops over time. I think she will. But I don't want to see Shayna BASZLER be one-dimensional. I don't want to see her just get in there and have, nothing but submission holds. I want to see her get in there and actually wrestle from time to time as well. But there was some stiff kicks and stomps. Shayna stomped on Dakota Kai's arm and elbow, and they showed the replay of this thing. I legitimately cringed at the slow-motion replay. Dakota Kai's arm bent in ways that I would never want my arm to bend ever. And I don't know if she was legitimately hurt. I didn't hear anything. She might have just been a good actor here. But that was a nasty, nasty kick. And she was holding her arm. She was screaming. Officials come in. Doctors come in. Medical personnel comes in. Everybody was in there to help Dakota Kai. After the match, BASZLER goes back and attacks Dakota Kai. Puts on the rear naked choke, and Ember Moon comes out for the save. Ember Moon looks fantastic in jeans, by the way. BASZLER then avoids Ember Moon, backs away, and exits the stage. After the match, William Regal says, I've been in the business for 35 years. I see what you're doing, and I see right through you. Your actions will never get you a women's championship match here in NXT. And then BASZLER, cocky as always, said, are we done here? And walked away. Absolutely brilliant debut for Shayna BASZLER. This is exactly what they needed to do. Dakota Kai really isn't in much of anything right now, so she was the victim here, and it was quick and painless. I shouldn't say painless because that kick to the arm looked absolutely fucking brutal. But Shayna BASZLER's debut here, brilliant, and I'm loving what they're doing so far with BASZLER. Cassius Ohno versus Raul Mendoza. Raul Mendoza got some offense in on this match, man. I don't know why he got so much offense here. They shook hands before the bell rung, some sportsmanship. Mendoza leaped onto Ohno. He got caught, put in an electric chair. He got dropped on the ropes. Ohno hits his signature rolling elbow from behind, the knockout blow for the victory. Raul Mendoza had a very, very beautiful Mexican arm drag off the top rope to the big man that looked good. It was a corkscrew arm drag. So it was some offense that he got in on Cassius Ohno that looked very impressive. Some, enziguris, that arm drag, like I said. But in the end, Cassius Ohno wins with a big rolling elbow from behind, knocked him out. Cassius Ohno defeats Raul Mendoza. I look at Raul Mendoza as one of those guys that's absolutely capable of going in the ring. He's got no identity whatsoever, but he's a good enhancement guy. He's a great worker. He's better than an enhancement guy because he can actually fucking go in the ring, but you can see where his position is going to be on NXT. I would not want to see him on 205 Live because, like I said, he's got no character. There's nothing about him that's going to make me watch. He's a great enhancement guy, and this is a perfect role for Raul Mendoza. Zelina Vega spoke to the media about Andrade Cien Almas. She says she and Almas are more on the same page now than ever. I wish I was on the same page as Zelina Vega as well. That will be displayed in Philadelphia. When asked about Johnny Gargano, she says that Johnny Wrestling got lucky in the four-way, and he was in the right place at the right time. When asked about what strategy they're going to use against Gargano, Zelina Vega says that she didn't get here by revealing her secrets. Vega says they're taking Gargano seriously, and there's no running from Andrade Cien Almas, who we did not see on this show. Christy St. Android asked Johnny Gargano about his mindset heading into Philadelphia. All of a sudden, I marked out, because we haven't seen him since NXT TakeOver War Games. Velveteen Dream comes up from behind Gargano, and from behind says, "Say it." This time, it's not about his name. He wants Gargano to say thank you. Simply thank you for the opportunity, because Velveteen Dream was out of action. Dream says Gargano got lucky by beating a guy in Cassius Ohno, because he doesn't look like a superstar, and he says that he could have easily beaten Cassius Ohno in 30 seconds. I think he might have went a little bit overboard with that comment, but it is the Velveteen Dream nonetheless. He is out there. Dream says Gargano doesn't deserve his spot, and it looks like we're getting a match between Johnny Gargano and the Velveteen Dream. NXT, please take my money. I don't know whether that's going to be a match that's going to set up something as a roadblock for Johnny Gargano on the way to Andrade Cien Almas, or I don't know if it's going to set up Velveteen Dream to get a shot at the winner of that match. I don't know. More likely a roadblock for Gargano on the way to Philadelphia. Maybe they'll kind of tease Gargano losing his number one contendership to the Velveteen Dream. But either way, I want to see the match. Anything with Johnny Gargano is money. Velveteen Dream is one of the best things in NXT. So I'd love to see what those two guys can do in the ring together. The cringe moment of the week went to the Street Profits. This was overly annoying. They were messing around backstage. They were having a good time. They walk into William Regal's office looking for a title shot. So they were granted a number one contendership match next week. And William Regal is giving them the Authors of Pain. This will easily be the biggest test for the Street Profits. I don't know where they're going with the tag team division after tonight. I could easily see AOP get the shot against the Undisputed, because what happened here tonight, I don't know where Sanity fits into any of these plans anymore. If I was to make a prediction, it looked like Sanity might be out of the title picture completely, and Sanity might be called up before WrestleMania. I don't know what's going on, you know? But if I had my choice here, I'd actually do both Sanity and AOP on the main roster. One to each brand. Or maybe both to the same brand. I don't know. SmackDown really doesn't need tag teams right now. I don't really consider Breezango a tag team because they're not doing anything. But Monday Night Raw has no tag teams. They got The Bar. That's not going to last forever with the news of Sheamus' injury. And the only reason why Sheamus is in a tag team right now is to prolong his career. And then you got a half of the Shield. Not even the Shield. You got Jordan and Seth Rollins. You got the Revival, which WWE has no plans for. You know, I don't understand how you have a team like the Revival and you have no plans for them. Why don't you just move them back down to NXT and put them against the Undisputed? Seriously. How do you have the Revival on your roster and you tell me, oh, yeah, we got no plans for them? Are you out of your fucking mind? But it looks like AOP might be moving up. It looks like Sanity might be moving up. You know, the Street Profits are the team that NXT has been kind of building towards right now, moving them up. I don't see how the Street Profits can lose next week. Maybe they pull off an upset. I have no idea. But Street Profits versus Red Dragon or Undisputed, whatever you want to call them, I think would be a hell of an entertaining match. So we'll see what happens at Philadelphia, man. Lio Rush. Yes, he's still employed. I was happy to see him. He went against Lars Sullivan, which I'm assuming, and I'm sure Lio Rush was not happy to see. I thought this was going to be a complete squash. They let Lio Rush at least do something in the ring. Lio used his speed to avoid Lars, which upset him greatly. Sullivan then slides to the outside. Rush is on the outside. He slides right back in because he's the much quicker guy. And Sullivan catches Rush by the throat and slings him into the ropes. Then he throws him into the turnbuckle. Rush then, completely out on his feet, able to leap out of harm's way. Lio dodges another big charge by Lars Sullivan. He hits the ropes. He gets turned inside out. I think Lio Rush's head landed in the 8th row with his lariat delivered by Lars Sullivan. Quick and painful. It was. Freak accident easily takes care of Lio Rush. I hope Lio Rush is a thing that WWE really gives a chance, or someone that they really give a chance to in NXT in 2018. The guy is just so good at what he does, and I want to see him honestly succeed after that little hiccup that happened last year. So freak accident takes care of Lio Rush. After the match, Sullivan gets on the microphone and calls out Killian Dane. He says he faced opponent after opponent, sometimes multiple at once. He keeps reminding himself of the Fatal 4-Way, and he's never felt a rush like this before, and it makes him happy. He directly calls out Killian Dane, and then he puts an exclamation point on calling out Killian Dane. He takes Lio Rush up to the top rope and delivers a freak accident off the top rope that nearly broke Lio Rush in half. But Lars Sullivan is impressing very much, and Lio Rush sold the shit out of that freak accident, man. Backstage, reason why I said Sanity might be called up is because they were beaten up by the Undisputed. They were supposed to get a tag team title match tonight. Undisputed Era took them out before the match. So they didn't want to fight Sanity again. I don't know what this means for Sanity. You know, they might get another tag team title match, but how many opportunities these guys are going to get? Undisputed Era then makes their way to the ring. Nikki Cross is out there trying to get her hands on all 3 members of Undisputed. Obviously, the officials block her way to the ring. They bring her to the back. Cole then takes the microphone and says, well, where's Sanity? You know, weren't we supposed to defend the tag team titles tonight? So William Regal shows up and says, you will be defending the tag team titles tonight, either way. Roderick Strong comes out and says, listen, Mr. Regal, I'll fight these guys. I'll take these guys on if you want to give them a match. And then all of a sudden, Aleister Black's music hits. And he comes out. So it's Aleister Black and Roderick Strong in this makeshift tag team replacement getting the tag team title shot in place of Sanity against Undisputed. Now, this was a decent match, and it ended because Adam Cole got involved. Black was on the outside. He prevents Black from doing any more damage to Bobby Fish on the outside. Adam Cole leaves ringside. He is running up the staircase in the crowd. Aleister Black gives chase because he wants to get his hands on Adam Cole for what he did. This allows Undisputed Era to hit their finish and retain the titles on Roderick Strong. So Aleister Black wanted to take out Adam Cole more so than help his team win the tag team titles. So Aleister Black heads up the staircase in the crowd, and Cole trails back to take out Aleister. Undisputed Era leaves Strong and Black laying in the ring. They grab a steel chair. Adam Cole grabs a steel chair. He places it, props it up in the middle of the ring, and does a Ushigoroshi on the steel chair that looked absolutely brutal. And Undisputed Era right now are the top of the tag team division. Mr. Regal again comes out and says, Philadelphia is known for its extreme history. So he announces that Adam Cole will indeed be going one-on-one with Aleister Black at TakeOver Philadelphia. Take my money. But it will now be an Extreme Rules match. Holy shit, man. Is NXT TakeOver Philadelphia looking beast. We got Johnny Gargano hopefully winning the NXT Championship, and Aleister Black versus Adam Cole in a Extreme Rules match. My goodness, man. They are really going to outdo themselves. Royal Rumble weekend. I can't fucking wait. And that is NXT, man. That is NXT, and that is your review. Fantastic show tonight. Simple. What did NXT do tonight? Nothing. They didn't do anything tonight. They didn't go overboard. They didn't even really try. It's just Wrestling 101. Simple wrestling booking. That's what you got to do. How WWE, Raw, and SmackDown creative can't look at NXT doing what they're doing and can't apply that to the main roster. You could still have all your fucking entertainment aspects on the main roster, but when it comes down to what we see in the ring, you are a wrestling company. What are we doing here on NXT? We're booking the show the way it's supposed to be booked. We're booking a wrestling show the way it's supposed to be booked. Why are these shows on Monday and Tuesday insulting our intelligence? Why are they boring? Why are they predictable? Why are they unexciting snooze fests? I don't get it. I really just don't understand it. It's not that difficult. Clearly they have the fucking capability of doing a good show. Right here. Can't wait to see what they do going into Philadelphia, man. That's your NXT review. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for everything. I will be back tomorrow with some type of content on the channel. I don't even know yet. But if you enjoyed the NXT review, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow for more YouTube bullshit. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you later.